We do bring you greetings on behalf of Bethany Public Schools, for in a few short days we will begin another year in education. This will be my 40th year of serving in education, and I'm going to tell you something. It gets exciting every year that school starts. If you don't get butterflies in your stomach, if you don't wake up in the middle of the night, Renette, Fred, and others, if you don't wake up in the middle of the night thinking, have I done this, have I done that, you probably shouldn't be in the capacity that we're in, because every year brings excitement. Every year brings that kindergartner or that pre-K child that cries at the front door and the mothers are crying at the front door, or it brings us seniors who are having a little bit of senioritis. But it's a great and rewarding career, and we anticipate in just a few days another year of Bethany Public Schools. We are a small school district in this particular setting. In our state, we are a 4A school district and probably a medium-sized district. But as you know, we're on the western side of Bethany, of Oklahoma City, Putnam City, and we have around 1,700 students that attend our school district, or members of our school district, with a staff of around 160 to 170. We do have an operating budget of a little over $13,100,000 and a payroll of around $10 million to $11 million, so you can see the capacity or the economic impact that just our district brings to the Northwest area. We do have a great coup and a teacher of the year. One of our building teachers of the year, Adam Forrester, is a physics teacher slash football coach. You won't see that much, but we're excited about what he has brought to our district. And the reason I mention his name, he is one of the 12 finalists for the teacher of the year. He's in that running, and that will be announced as State Fair approaches in the latter part of September. As being on the western side of the metro, we are adjacent to two universities, that being Southwestern College and Southern Nazarene University. We have a tremendous relationship with them, as we do with a lot of the entities that are here. But the reason I bring that up is that occasionally, or on almost a daily basis, you'll see students at those two universities in our schools reading, tutoring, mentoring children, and that's an important relationship that we like to foster and keep afloat, because those two institutions do provide a lot of tutoring and help to our students in the reading area and math and things like that. Another area that's important to us is our relationship with Bethany First Church, that's right across the street from our school district. But the reason I mention this is we have an after-school program that currently has over 150 students that will attend after school for volunteers that come in and read and do some tutoring with that. And these are latchkey kids that otherwise would be going home to an empty home, or otherwise going to places and playing video games and going to 7-Eleven and not having proper nutrition. But we offer a snack, we offer proper nutrition, we have a relationship that is very fostering of encouraging test scores, encouraging reading, and encouraging what needs to be done after school for a lot of students. So we're excited about that, and we want to continue to foster that. Our public school foundation, some of you have been to our banquet each year. Some of you have participated in that and purchasing and helping provide funds for that particular program. But our public school foundation has been in existence for almost 18 years, and each year it does allow grants to be written, and they have funded over around $15,000 to $20,000 each year to our teachers. We have room money that's available from our foundation, so we're very thankful that in these economic times that we do have a foundation that is very supportive and enables us to continue with curriculum enhancement and that of curriculum offerings for our students. I will say this about our academic offerings. Last year we graduated 110 seniors, and those seniors collectively, and more than one offering obviously, but they were offered a little over $4.5 million in scholarship offerings beyond that of graduation, of a post-high school educational experience. So we're very proud of what we've achieved with ACT scores, with our state and federal mandated tests, albeit we know we still have work to do, but we're proud of what we've accomplished in the area of athletics, fine arts, and especially our curriculum offerings. A little bit about the state of the state, and Representative Nelson's here, and he has children in our school, and I certainly respect and admire the job that he does on a daily basis and in the legislature, because they do have a lot of hurdles or challenges, as you will, that they face. But over the last few years, since 2008, the legislature has appropriated less monies for education. Just in Bethany alone, we have the loss of around $715,000 just comparing 2008 to 2013. Now, we did receive a little bump in the funding formula this year, as Common Ed received around $80 million in funding dollars for Common Ed. However, $40 million was taken off the top to help with the increased cost of health care. So $40 million went back into the funding formula, or went to the funding formula this year. For our particular school district, that $40 million, we were enhanced around $45,000. Between our midterm adjustment, our last month adjustment in May, and to the beginning year adjustment here in July. Now, $45,000. And again, I know we're the smallest school and represented here, but numbers are somewhat, can be skewed a little bit, but we have 110 certified faculty staff members. Just to give a step raise, a meager step raise of around $350, you can take 350 times 110 times the personnel costs, and you can see that the $45,000 that we were receiving in a bump in state aid this year did very little to help fund that cause. So you can see that the state of education is still in a scenario of underfunded, probably over-mandated, and we're still dealing with those issues that we experience. Currently, the state last year, as you probably will remember, on March 31st, we had a rally day, and people were wearing buttons and held up signs that said 678,000 reasons to come march at the Capitol. That represented the number of students enrolled in public education in Oklahoma, 678,000. That has grown significantly over the last 4 or 5 years. We were probably at 610, 615, 620 back around 2007-8. Now we've seen a bump in a number of students. What does that mean? That means more students, more money to fund these more students, with less money coming in from state coffers and state appropriations. So you can see some of the problems and some of the challenges that we have. One other area that I'll just mention, or two other areas just very quickly. As you probably know, back in Governor Henry's, the last part of his term, the last part of Superintendent Garrett's term, the implementation of Common Core was voted on and passed, and around 46 states adopted the Common Core curriculum standards. During that time, schools were given the heads up of start preparing for this, as this implementation will take place in 2014. So in Bethany schools alone, we were gearing up and bringing in service and different types of instructional methodology supplies and technology for testing. And then in the last, probably within the last year to 14 months, there was a grassroots campaign and a grassroots information overload, if you will, with our legislators and with fellow citizens and with all the different people in the communities, and Common Core was decided to be repealed. Well, that's okay. We're back to the past standards. But just to let you know that we were informed just 4, 5, 6 years ago to get ready for Common Core. A lot of information, a lot of emphasis was placed on that, yet we were told in May to do away with that, go back to the past standards, and that's kind of where we're at in getting ready for a new school year. We have different standards and different expectations in place in curriculum offerings. In Bethany, we're going to start aligning with ACT Aspire, and that's as you know, the college entrance exam to several colleges, and that's what primarily OU and OSU and our regional colleges use for their entrance. And this elementary through high school alignment will help us with benchmarks and will also help align with whatever Oklahoma academic standards are in place, and we will align to that. We are facing somewhat of a teacher shortage in our state. Being in the midst of a couple of universities, is my time up? I hear a bell going off. Is my time up? Okay, I'll turn over to the next person, so thank you for ringing that bell. I'm used to bells going off, and I will stop when the bell goes off. So thank you, Jill. And again, it's great to be here. It's great to see many of you. And anytime you want to visit Bethany Public Schools, you are a welcome visitor. And we appreciate your support and interest. Thank you.